In the last episode, we spent a morning photographing the Mesquite Sand Dunes of Death Valley National Park. Today, we're going to continue this incredible road trip to a remote but amazing Nevada campsite. Alright, well, I think I got the heating problem solved in the tent. I closed the top vents, turned it on, and it heated up pretty quickly, so may try camping tonight, later on, we'll see. But I'm in the process of unpacking and reorganizing the Jeep. It was chaos last night, coming in the dark, trying to get this, my camp set up. So yeah, everything's just all over the place, so I'm just taking a little time here before I take off. I think today will be a shorter driving day. Hopefully we'll make northern Nevada today. See a little bit more Death Valley, then out to northern Nevada. So I'm going to finish trying to organize this disaster and yeah, get on the road. So we're all packed up. Did not pack as well as I liked, but I do want to kind of get on my way here. Man, this is tough when you've got your work clothes, you got your camping gear, after work clothes. It's real tough to pack all this stuff in here. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're not going to have as long of a driving day today as what we did yesterday. Because I am really tired. I think I solved the heating problem in the Jeep. I might stop at like a Walmart or something and grab an extra blanket or two, just to be certain. And we might do one more night of camping here. When I closed the top vents of the tent and cranked on the heat, it heated up in there, so I think I might have solved it to the point where I can actually be okay camping a little farther north. So we'll see. Before leaving Death Valley, I stopped to get a few classic images. I also couldn't help it, but I also had to do a Jeep pick. Notice the Rubicon stickers and the Jeep badges are missing. Both are trademarks. I use Lightroom to remove them so I can sell this image as stock. I'll film an episode after the end of this trip on how I did that. So, not happy right now. Not happy at all. So, before I took this road, there was a sign that had 4 points on it. One of them was Scotty's Castle, which is behind me now. And it said it was closed, but had 3 campgrounds open. So I'm assuming that when they say Scotty's Castle, they mean the actual facility, not the actual road. It did not say road on it at all. So I just made a 30-mile trip this way. I need to make a 30-mile trip back. At least I think it's roughly 30 miles. Anywho, not happy at all about this. Very poor communications on the part of the Park Service. I'm going to look at that sign when I pass it up here. So here I just burnt an entire hour. Now there is ways to get out that way. However, dirt roads, don't really know the condition they're in. I've got very limited communications right now, so I don't want to go out there on my own, so I'm going to err on the side of caution and head out the way I came in. Not happy at all. So that's going to push this, I was only hoping to maybe a 6-hour drive today. Now we're up to a 7-hour drive. Is what it is. Alright, so here is another example of the never-ending straight road. I have no idea how far the horizon is right now, but dang, it's a long ways out there. I don't know how well you guys can see the bright mountains on the right-hand side. Everything you see there is man-made. I kid you not. You clearly can see the layers as they piled the gravel up. I don't know what that is, but wow, that is a lot of rock that has been moved. That is just amazing. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, another cool thing about this state, I have seen signs for elk crossing, bighorn sheep crossing, burro crossing, pronghorn antelope crossing, and now, I kid you not, bull crossing the road signs. Just a really interesting place. Alrighty, well, this is where I found some potential camp spots on iOverlander. Woo, we got some washboard roads here. I'm just going to take it easy. It says it's about 5 miles in front of us, so somewhere down there is where we're going to be going and checking out. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to stay there tonight. I'm going to try and check with, see if there's any campers out there, see if they know what the temperature is going to be tonight. I passed a ways back a mountain range that did have snow on it. So I do not want the temperatures to be colder than last night to test my tent setup. So if it is going to be colder, we're probably going to reverse course and go back to Austin. But there's supposed to be a hot spring out here, so I'm hoping it's like one of those things at Yellowstone National Park that I filmed years ago. Just, you know, brilliant color hot springs. So we'll see what it's like when we get there, and if it looks great, we're going to photograph it. If it's going to be cold, we are not camping here tonight. This is what I was hoping for. These are some images of hot springs from Yellowstone National Park. I'll be honest, the hot springs here was just brown, cloudy water and not photogenic at all. Well, hey guys, I've decided I'm going to stay out here tonight and camp in the wild. So if you're on my expedition team or my camera crew, take a look at the locations. Newsletter I put up there for you guys on patreon.com/EWJ. You're going to get the GPS coordinates of where I'm at right now. And the thing is, it's so cool. There's a hot spring. I was just in it, and considering I didn't get a shower today, it felt real great. So anyhow, nice thing is it's like a 50-foot walk from my tent, so I'll be able to warm up in the morning. Man, this is just an absolutely epic view out here. There's like 5, looks like now 6 campers out here, so I'm not going to be by myself. I'm going to set my tent. I'm going to test to make sure that the space heater is going to work okay. If not, well, I heard from some people here, the next big town, it's not a good town, and it's 100 some miles to the next one, so I'm hoping it works. But I'm going to go ahead and set it up and give it a test run. Alright, so the weather forecast for tonight is freaking cold. So I got the Mr. Buddy in there, got the flaps down. So I'm going to give it about 15 minutes and go in there and see what the temperature's like. And if it's good, we're staying. If not, I'm going to have to pack things back up just for the sake of safety. But man, look at this sunset. Wish I could have filmed it. Well, good morning, everybody. So it was a lot colder than what I anticipated last night, so I did not get up to do any the photography I wanted to do with the moon rising in front of me, shining on those mountains. The stars last night were just absolutely amazing, but it was freaking cold.
So I basically have extinguished all but one of my fuel canisters for the heater. It was not doing as well as I thought it would, so I think this might be the last night camping. You can see more snow has come down on the mountains behind me, and we're continuing to head north. So I will say this though, when I saw daylight through the tent, not sunlight, daylight started happening, I hightailed my rear end down to that hot spring and jumped in. I was freezing, so I've been in that thing for like an hour, just trying to warm back up again. Whew. So this morning, I'd be filming this on the GoPro, but the batteries died from the cold. Just going to make some hot oatmeal, pack up the tent and my gear, and I'm going to go for a little bit before I decide what I'm going to do later this evening. I got to get the weather reports because I just cannot do another night like that. Fortunately, my air mattress definitely has a hole, so when your back touches the ground, it just sucks the heat right out of you. Other than that, I would have been fine. So anyhow, I'm going to make some breakfast. Hot oatmeal. Need it because the sun went behind some clouds and the temperatures just dropped again. Whew, got a lot of packing yet to do. Got to make it up to probably about halfway through Idaho today. But you gotta admit, this is just an amazing view to wake up to.
I did manage to get a few images in this morning. This is truly the most epic campsite that I have ever had. In the next episode, we're going to push through to our final destination.